Hi everyone, this is my Personal Finances PodCat, episode 26, where I'm going to interview Mafrukhin from AKPK. Hi everyone, it's an honor to have Mafrukhin from AKPK to be on the show today. Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
For the benefit of our audience, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you, Catherine. My name is Mohammad Mafrukhin in short, IN. I'm with Agensi Kaunseling dan Pengurusan Kredit, AKPK. I'm heading a research unit. It's just a small unit in AKPK. We're doing a research which falls under Financial Education Department.
1 out of 3 Malaysians working adults say that they have difficulties like raising 1,000 ringgit for emergencies. What do you think are the top 3 reasons behind this?
In our report, we found that 36%, as you said, cannot raise about 1,000 ringgit for emergency. Is any case of emergency. When we ask why they cannot able to save 1,000 ringgit, because of the first rank is actually they say the high cost of living. And the second thing is they say that they have, cannot save because they don't have enough surplus income. Meaning they have a less income when they spend, they don't have a surplus income to save. And the third one is, sometimes they say that I have debt commitment. I have a lot of debts. I have to pay debts, so I cannot save. Among other reasons, between these three, besides these three are, like for example, they don't ready to save. They don't know how much to save. They don't have any idea about savings. So that's actually the common reasons why people cannot save. Besides those reasons, like I said, they don't know how much to save. This comes where the knowledge of savings is not being educated to the consumers. But this is just a small portion of population. But I believe when we look at the aggregated data, most of them say that the reason why they cannot save because high cost of living. But these reasons actually we heard from those days. When people say they cannot save, they say that, okay, high cost of living, they spend, the prices are actually going up. But we will hear these reasons over the years. I believe the reason might be still valid in the next 20 or 30 years come forward. So what I try to say is that the reason behind why people cannot save, because if you heard about procrastination, people are procrastinate to do action. That is actually the real reason, I believe. Because if you know something but you don't do, it will not do forever. So this is, I believe, one of the reasons also, and also to admit that people don't have enough income. Where we look at our income level in Malaysia is quite not that high, and also we have B40 people have less income. They cannot save because they don't have a surplus income. Yeah, that's the reason why.
So you do think like human behavior is the biggest reason behind all?
Exactly. Yeah.
So what has AKPK done to increase financial literacy of Malaysians?
AKPK provide financial education through talks, public briefings, public talks. We also provide pocket talks. We also provide a customized solution for the organizations in order to increase the financial literacy of their employees. For the Malaysian as a whole, our mandates given by Negara is actually to increase the financial literacy from the age of 18 and above. Other than financial education, we also give you financial counseling for those who have a financial distress, don't know how to manage their money, they have like for example problem in managing their debts. We also provide the financial counseling, and we also have these services we call a debt management program. So when you cannot manage your debt repayment, so you can come to AKPK and we will reschedule, negotiate with the bank to reschedule the loan repayment. So we have 3 services: financial education, financial counseling, and debt management program.
Do you charge for any of the services?
No, free of charge for individuals. But for organization, it's different.
Okay. So what is your advice for a Malaysian individual and household in improving their financial situation?
For individual and household, what my advice is that try to realize your financial position. Once you know your financial positions, you can set your goal, you can set your plan. But if you don't know your financial position, there is no way that you will take an action to improve it because you don't know your financial position. So that's the main important that you need to do. Realize the financial position. How? You have to analyze your cash flow, the financial position and the cash flow, and also your net worth. So you have to calculate these two. Then after that, only you're talking about how to get knowledge on education, how to improve your financial position.
So what are the upcoming plans and roadmap of AKPK?
In particular on financial education, financial literacy?
Yes.
All right, so we have established a roadmap where we call it a financial education outreach blueprint, where the ultimate outcome, strategically, we want to change the behavior of people. Not only to change, but we want to improve. That's the correct word. Improve the behavior and also to improve the financial well-being. So how to get this financial behavior and improve financial well-being, we need to look at how the best we can deliver the financial education, the delivery platform, how we deliver, and how to tailor-make. Because, Catherine, when we look at financial behavior, there is a difference between profiles. Youngsters, elderly, working in private sector or government, male, female, they have a bit different of financial behavior and also financial goals. So we also doing a research so that we can tailor-make, we can give a very effective and efficient financial education delivery. Can I add more on realizing the financial positions? So what are the financial positions that you need to know is actually the financial well-being, your current financial well-being, whether or not you are comfortable with your current income, whether or not you are able to make ends meet, whether or not you are financially resilient. So what does this mean? Meaning, comfortable with your current income means, what do you think about your current income? Is it enough? Is it not enough? Then you have to do something. Second thing is ability to make ends meet, meaning, are you afford to buy essential goods? Are you afford to buy what you want? Are you afford to do something that you need to do or you want to do without compromising your financial, how much money that you have at the point of time? And also the financial resilience, this is a very important where are you able to fork out 1,000 ringgit for emergency? Can you afford to pay about 2,500 for your medical expenses? Do you have some amount to do something if anything happened to you? So this is very important. If you realize that if you don't have, then it's actually trigger your mind to do something. And on top of that, you also need to look at your debt management. You're looking at your debts, the installment payment for all your debts, whether or not you are afford to pay those. Okay, you have to manage it well. If you have any problem where, 1 month you cannot pay your installment, so it's actually trigger already your financial positions. And last but not least, my advice to Malaysians when it comes to financial, you have to seek advice from credible parties. For example, authorized parties, Bank Negara or whatever financial advisor has been licensed by authority. So because we can see sometimes people seek advice from wrong person and end up being scammed. So that's also another problem. Okay.
Thank
so
you.
That's my advice to Malaysian.
Thank you. So what is the one big audacious habit or goal that you want our audience to take away?
Okay, Catherine, I believe for you that click this video already have certain level of financial literacy level. You are aware, you want to know. And I think when you listen to me just now, what you need to do is realize your financial positions. Once you do that and you can feel the difference, you can feel what action need to be taken, and don't forget, tell other people, spread the word, say that financial literacy is important. Tell people that need to know more about financial education. Do that.
It's time for the random question game now.
All right.
You want to go ahead and press the button?
Okay, here we go.
And I'll read out the question for you. Which would you rather lose? A mountain of gold or 1 trillion US dollars?
Of course, 1 trillion US dollars I can forgo. Mountain of gold can, mountain of gold, if you keep it he will appreciate. $1 trillion now cannot be same $1 trillion in 10 years next.
Of course. Yes. See? Another financial advice. Thank you, podcast, for listening. If you find the video helpful, do share what you have learned with your loved ones. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next week. Hasta pronto.